The beginning of the year brings important news for millions of older Americans, retirees, and individuals who rely on fixed incomes across the country. With January now underway, there is greater clarity around Social Security payments, annual cost of living adjustments, and ongoing discussions about targeted financial relief. For many people, especially seniors, the past months have been filled with uncertainty, conflicting headlines, and understandable concern about whether their income would keep pace with rising expenses. This message is meant to provide a clear and steady explanation of what has already been approved, what is currently taking place, and what these changes mean in everyday life. As the new year begins, Social Security payments are continuing without interruption. For a large number of recipients, those payments are now higher than they were last year. This change is the result of the annual cost of living adjustment, which is designed to help benefits keep up with inflation. Over the past year, many households have felt the impact of higher prices for food, housing, utilities, insurance, and medical care. The adjustment exists to help ensure that monthly benefits do not lose their value as these costs rise. For most beneficiaries, the January payment reflects the full increase. This means the amount received this month should be larger than the payment received in December. The increase applies across different types of benefits, including retirement benefits, disability benefits, survivor benefits, and supplemental income programs connected to Social Security. While the exact increase differs from person to person, the most important point is that this is a permanent change. It is not a temporary bonus or one-time payment. The increased amount becomes part of the ongoing monthly benefit moving forward. Many seniors wonder whether this increase affects when they receive their payments. The payment schedule itself has not changed. Those who receive benefits early in the month will continue to do so, and those whose payments arrive later based on birth date or benefit type will see no change in timing. Only the amount has changed, not the schedule. At the same time, January has renewed attention on stimulus and supplemental relief efforts. Over recent months, there has been widespread discussion about whether additional support would be approved, particularly for seniors, people with disabilities, and households with limited income. Rising living costs have placed increasing pressure on fixed incomes, and many leaders acknowledge that existing benefits alone may not be enough for everyone. It is important to understand that current stimulus discussions are more targeted than past emergency payments. This is not a repeat of earlier broad payments that went to nearly everyone. Instead, the focus is on groups most affected by inflation and economic strain, including Social Security recipients, disability beneficiaries, and low-income households. These efforts are intended to provide support where it is most needed. Approval of relief measures does not mean immediate payment. This is where confusion often arises. When funding is approved, it means the program has been authorized and the framework agreed upon. After that, agencies must finalize eligibility guidelines, update systems, and coordinate how payments will be distributed. This process takes time, which is why announcements often come weeks before money actually reaches accounts. One reassuring aspect of the January update is that most Social Security recipients do not need to apply for increases or qualifying relief payments. If you already receive benefits, your information is already on file. Automatic systems are used to deliver approved increases and payments. This reduces paperwork and lowers the risk of missed deadlines or application errors. Another common concern is whether receiving a stimulus payment could affect regular benefits. In most cases, these payments are structured so they do not count as income for Social Security purposes. That means they should not reduce monthly benefits or affect eligibility for programs tied to income limits. Even so, it is always wise to remain cautious and informed. Scams and misinformation often increase during times of benefit changes. Legitimate payments are delivered through established methods such as direct deposit or mailed checks. They do not require confirmation through unsolicited phone calls, text messages, or emails. Protecting personal information is essential. January is also a time when many seniors take a closer look at their budgets. With the updated benefit amount in place, planning for the year ahead becomes a bit easier. Even a modest increase can help offset higher prescription costs, rising utility bills, or increased grocery prices. For those living alone or supporting a spouse on one income, these adjustments can provide meaningful relief. Healthcare expenses continue to be a major concern. Medicare premiums, deductibles, and co-payments all affect how far a Social Security check can go. While the cost of living adjustment helps, it does not eliminate these pressures. This is one reason additional relief efforts often focus on medical and long-term care expenses. It is also important to remember that Social Security serves more than retirees. Survivor benefits provide critical support to families after the loss of a loved one. Disability benefits support individuals who cannot work due to illness or injury. The January update applies to all of these groups, and maintaining the stability of these payments remains a high priority. There has also been increased attention on improving the administration of benefits. In recent years, staffing shortages and system backlogs caused delays and frustration for many people. New funding and technology upgrades aim to reduce wait times and improve accuracy. While challenges remain, the goal is to make the system more responsive and reliable. With so much information circulating, it is natural to hear different interpretations. Some reports focus on large dollar figures, while others emphasize political debate. What matters most is how these changes affect you personally. If your January payment is higher, that reflects the approved adjustment. If you hear about stimulus approvals, remember that distribution involves several steps before funds arrive. Staying informed without becoming overwhelmed is important. Rely on official notices, benefit statements, and verified deposits. Avoid making financial decisions based on rumors or unofficial sources. When in doubt, wait for written confirmation or visible deposits in your account. The start of a new benefit year is also a good time to review personal information. Confirming your mailing address, banking details, and contact information can prevent problems later. Small steps now can avoid delays or complications down the road. As discussions continue, it helps to focus on what happens next. Once supplemental relief is approved, agencies begin the process of distribution using existing systems. Payments are issued using the same method already on file, whether direct deposit or mailed checks. This approach is designed to ensure that eligible recipients are not excluded due to paperwork issues. Even though the process is automatic, it is not instant. Large-scale updates require careful coordination and system checks. Delays can feel frustrating, especially when expenses are high, but they are part of ensuring accuracy and fairness. Some seniors worry about tax implications. Generally, stimulus-style payments are treated differently from earned income. They typically do not reduce benefits or count against income thresholds. Keeping records and reviewing annual statements is still a good practice when tax season arrives. Rising living costs remain a challenge despite adjustments. Housing, food, utilities, and transportation expenses continue to strain budgets. Supplemental relief is intended to help bridge gaps rather than replace long-term solutions. It offers support during periods of increased pressure. For disability recipients, the January update brings similar benefits. Cost of living adjustments apply equally, and relief discussions often prioritize disability households due to higher medical and accessibility costs. Predictable payments help families plan and reduce uncertainty. Survivor benefit recipients should also remain attentive. Adjustments apply in the same way, and keeping records up to date helps ensure smooth processing of any additional support. One practical step is intentional budgeting. Allocating increases toward specific needs such as utilities, prescriptions, or emergency savings can turn a small increase into lasting stability. Planning helps avoid short-term spending that does not provide long-term benefit. Scam awareness remains critical. Fraudulent messages often appear during times of change. Legitimate agencies do not demand immediate action or fees. Payments arrive automatically through official channels. Reading official notices carefully is another important habit. These notices explain what you are receiving and why. If something appears incorrect, it is better to seek clarification than to ignore it. January also highlights the importance of long-term planning. Social Security provides a foundation, but additional resources, savings, and community programs play an important role in overall well-being. Staying informed about available assistance can make a meaningful difference. Concerns about the future of Social Security often arise, but current benefits remain protected and payments continue. Changes, when they occur, are usually gradual and communicated in advance. The current updates reflect adjustments within the existing system. For seniors supporting family members, these updates may affect household finances. Additional income can ease shared expenses and reduce stress. Open communication and thoughtful budgeting help ensure benefits are used wisely. Winter brings higher heating costs in many regions. The January increase and any additional relief can help offset these seasonal expenses. Planning ahead reduces the risk of unexpected shortfalls. Financial stability supports overall health. Reduced stress about bills allows more focus on physical care, mental well-being, and staying connected with loved ones. Stability helps maintain independence and dignity. The key message of this January update is reassurance. Social Security payments are continuing, adjustments have been applied, and additional relief has moved from discussion to action. While patience may be needed as payments are processed, the direction is clear. Moving forward, remain calm and attentive. Review statements, monitor your usual payment schedule, and avoid reacting to rumors. Use reliable information to plan and protect the benefits you have earned. In closing, the January update confirms that Social Security remains a dependable foundation for millions of Americans. Cost of living adjustments help benefits keep pace with rising expenses, and approved relief measures recognize the ongoing challenges faced by seniors. Understanding these changes allows you to make informed decisions, reduce uncertainty, and face the months ahead with greater confidence. These benefits exist to support you, and staying informed helps ensure that support reaches you safely and fully.